this month's TV 47 Star Student of the Month.
Hey, we say good morning to Evan Harris. Evan is a student at Talladega High School. And Evan, good morning to you, sir.
Good morning.
Good to have you with us today. Tell us a little bit about yourself, Evan.
I'm 18. I'm a 10th grader at Talladega High School, and I'm part of the Marching Tiger Band.
Now, you're actually taking 2 school years in 1 year, right? How you doing that?
So I'm getting caught up on my 11th grade year because 9th grade, it was kind of tough, and I had to retake 9th grade. So
Not giving up, right?
I'm not giving up.
Okay. All right. So who's your family?
My dad is Charles Harris, and my mom's Amanda Harris.
Okay. Now, what do they do for a living?
My dad, he used to do a lot of carpenter rework.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
You got the brothers and sisters?
yes, sir. I have a brother, his name's Ethan, and then I have 3 older sisters, which one of them's younger. I have Stephanie, Sherry, and Ashley.
Yeah. Okay. Now, you've got a kitten or 2 as well, don't you? Are they big cats or little cats?
They're little.
Okay. All right. You take care of them? Okay. Now, I couldn't help but notice your American flag there. You kind of love America, don't you? Yeah.
I do.
I'm glad to. So, Talladega High School, you're a part of the marching band. What's some of the courses you're taking this year?
So I'm taking all my core classes like geometry, English, history, and science, and then I have safety and health, foundations of health science.
You got a full load then, don't you? Yeah. You make good grades?
AB honor roll.
All right, good for you. Well, this school year's just about over, isn't it? Yeah. So you march in the Tiger High School marching band, and what do you play in the band?
I played the trumpet.
Okay. How'd you get started with band?
So it just all of a sudden came up when I wanted, or when 6th grade year came, at the end of the year, they said choose what you want to do in middle school. And I just put my mind to it, and I was like, I want to be part of the band and play an instrument.
So you've been doing that since then?
Since then.
Okay. Do y'all compete in other areas outside of just playing in the band at games?
We didn't go to competition this year, but most likely this coming up season.
Who's the band director?
Mr. Owens.
Okay. All right. And how many people's in the band? Bunch? Okay. All right. Now, what's it like being a student at Talladega High School?
It's fun. There's a lot of opportunities that we can set our mind to. Mr. Moten, he's a good influence on the students.
Mm-hmm. Now, do you know the superintendent up there?
Not really, but
I
met him off and on.
He's a good guy, and he'll really be a help to you as well. We're talking with Evan Harris. Evan's sophomore at Talladega High School. And who's some of your friends at school?
Some of my friends are Jillian Watts, Carly Watts, Olivia Cruz, and Ryder Petrino.
Okay. Who's some of the teachers?
Miss Thatcher, Mr. Owens, Miss Young, Mr. Cochran, Miss Christian, and Mr. Gleaton.
So, AB honor roll. What's your favorite subject?
My favorite subject so far is history.
Okay. Talk a little bit why history.
So we talked about the different movements that happened in history, like the women's right movement and all the different movements that happened in history recently. So
when you grow up, and again, we get students every day that have great vision and have a real knack of having their life planned out. And once you graduate, what do you want to do?
I want to be a pastor and most likely be the mayor of Talladega.
Yeah. Now, being a pastor is one thing, but a pastor mayor is another thing. So, why a pastor?
So, since I was little, I've always felt the call
Mm-hmm.
to minister to others. And then when I went to youth camp like 2 years ago, I had that same feeling come back.
Mm-hmm. Now, do you come from a Christian background, your family? Okay. Is your parents, any of them, or any of your other relatives preachers? No? Okay. Well, you can work on them, see. Yeah. You got an instant audience. So where do you go to church?
I go to Trinity Lighthouse Church of God.
Okay. And who's the preacher there?
Stephen Uptane.
Okay. All right. Now, you want to be in politics. Mayor of Talladega. You know, Talladega has had some issues.
Yeah.
What do you think you can do to help there?
Try to stop some of like the off-road vehicles riding down the streets, like the main streets. Because I saw the other day when we were on our way home from school, we had four-wheelers. They were driving down Battle Street, and
Oh, wow.
it was scary.
Yeah. Talladega's an old town, and you got race weekend coming up there this weekend too. You go to races? No? Okay. And your favorite teacher is Mr. Owens. Talk about Mr. Owens.
He's been my band director for 6 years, and he's really like, if you need any help, like in like your music, he's there to help you.
Mm-hmm.
And he's brought this band so far. And I remember when he first started, it was a rocky start almost, but we came so far. We got all ones at competition in the season of 2021.
Wow. Evan Harris, sophomore at Talladega High School, and he wants to, once he graduates, wants to become a pastor and also become the mayor of Talladega. So good luck with both of those. And are you involved in your church?
I'm part of the praise team.
Mm-hmm. So you like to sing and play and stuff like that? Okay. What's your favorite gospel song?
So I'm going to go back to the Happy Goodman family.
Ooh, that's way on back there.
I wouldn't take nothing for my journey now.
You know what? That's a great old song, isn't it? And still true today, that's for sure. So being a leader now that you are and wanting to become a pastor, how do you kind of mentor other young men and young ladies that may be looking up to you?
So the way I do it is I'm like, I'll put it in a perspective. Like, I'll tell them like, Jesus paid the price for all of us. He died on the cross for us. And I'll put it out in like an easier perspective, and then as more as we get to talking, I'll bring more of like, of an understanding to them about everything.
Yeah. You know, there's a lot of violence in our world today. There's a lot of teens that seemingly are going the wrong direction. How do you try to encourage kids to stay in school, to get the work done and get those A's and B's and make something out of themselves in their life?
I tell them that they all have a purpose and they're all bright, that they don't need to give up, because if they give up, they won't have anything to like fall back on if they want to go to like college for a job, if that job that they don't get doesn't work out.
Yeah. Now, do you want to go to college as well? Where would you like to go to college?
Lee University or Jacksonville.
Okay. Lee University in Cleveland, Tennessee. It's a Church of God college, and Jacksonville State's a great program right here in the state of Alabama, so you do good either one of those. Who's your go-to person when you have a bad day?
So I go to my family or my parents.
Yeah. They're pretty good listeners? Okay. Do you pray a lot? I bet you do. I bet you do. Hey, he's one of the good ones. His name is Evan Harris. Evan's a sophomore at Talladega High School, A and B honor roll student. Parents are Charles and Amanda Harris, and he wants to become a pastor and the mayor of Talladega. Evan, we wish you the best, sir.
Thank you.
He's right here in this camera, ladies and gentlemen. His name is Evan Harris. Evan's our star student of the month.